That's the reason why I'm here.
What was it about Arkansas overall that made that the school you wanted to get at?
When I first committed here, obviously a lot of the better kids from Kansas City commit here. You got Christian, you got Liam, you got Adamiak over here. I'm probably missing a few, obviously. Me and Zeb were high school teammates. So coming from Kansas City, Arkansas has always been like the place to go for the best players. And always, my parents, it's important for me for my parents to see me play. And it's only 3.5 hours from the home. And it's a great program. Coach Thompson, Coach Van Horn have always been great.
It's been here about a month
it's
now,
good for me. I like being
a
aggressive.
little less than that, but
A little less than that.
what's it been like, just getting used to not only, coming to a college practice, but going to a college practice?
The first week it was a little culture shock, to be honest with you. Just getting used to everything. But I'm good to go now. I mean, I've always been able to adjust quickly, and change is something you go through in life, and this is one of those. I mean, I was thinking about the other day. I mean, this really isn't that hard at all. I mean, my dad's dad, when he graduated high school, he went to Vietnam, and my mom's dad, when he graduated high school, he went to Korea. It's like, this really isn't that bad. I get to go play a sport that I love, and I got no fear in what I do. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God does not give us a spirit of fear, but a love, power, and a sound mind. And just really happy to be here.
You're blessed to be around a lot of great baseball players while you were growing up. What did you take out of that? Just seeing how they worked and business.
One of my mentors growing up is, Christian Cologne really helped me out. The Royals drafted him out of Cal State Fullerton and through the minor leagues. I used to hang out with those guys back in the day when I was younger. When I got a little older, I couldn't as much. But he always took me under his wing and, taught me stuff and hung out with me in the locker room. And then now that I'm here, just watching some of the better players and better pitchers here, these guys have honestly taught me a lot, whether they've intended to or not. Just watching them the past couple of weeks, working with Casey up the middle and realizing how good and talented he is. I mean, he might be the most toolsy player I've ever been on a team with or played against or whatever. So, it's all great experiences.
What's going to be the biggest challenges this year, just coming in as a freshman and playing in the SEC?
I think I'm going to figure that one out as we go. I don't know yet, but I've always had a lot of confidence. I've always thought, maybe going to class and getting grades in while you're in season might be the hardest part. But as far as the baseball part goes, as long as you keep your routine and show up to practice and try hard, I think things will work out.
You're switching to right. Just when did you start working on that?
My favorite player growing up was Chipper Jones, and obviously my dad worked for the Braves. Chipper Jones was the guy, so that's why I always wanted to be a switch hitter. So literally, we got home videos when I was like 3 and 4 of me putting the ball on the tee and hitting from both sides. Chipper Jones is the reason.
How well he's handled things, Devin, and the role.
Oh, me? Yeah. I think you may have mentioned it, Dudley, before I got here, but what about adjustments coming in early? What was the biggest thing that you had to adjust to?
I would say just getting in the routine of things. Not so much with baseball, but just school. Waking up, knowing where to park. That's a big thing. Parking passes here are just terrible. So I actually learned a trick. If you park in the faculty, you have to move it before 7 a.m., but at least you get to park close to your dorm. Just going to class, getting things turned in on time. It's different than high school. I was actually doing online school last semester so I can finish up courses and get here early, so I didn't have to go to class. So that would probably be the biggest.
You have to move your car before 7 a.m. Are you up before 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I'm up. I wake up at 6 and get ready to go for the day, and you got to move your car so you don't get a ticket.
So you don't have to come to practice or anything? You're just getting ready for school?
No, just go to school.